Kevin O'Leary, as you guys, I'm sure a lot of you know from Shark Tank. He's also on YouTube. So he said that, you need to have the discipline to invest at least 10% of what you make. That's the bare minimum. We talked about the 40% rule, but like, if you can't do 40%, you should at least invest 10. And if you can do that for, 5 years straight, every single month, 10%, like that can go a long way. Investing that into an S&P 500 index fund. Kevin O'Leary said that when he was first starting out, his target was $5 million because he knew that once he got to $5 million, the rest was easy. Because when you have money, it's easy to make money. Because say you were to get a 10% yield on that $5 million,
that's
compounding. Which goes back to take your earned income after tax or your capital.
What do you mean by 10% yield?
Yield as in passive income, that your capital investing into an asset such as an income fund or a stock or property that pays you passively.
I guess a positive return.
Right? Pays you while you're sleeping, essentially. Your money's working for you, right? Whether you do any work for that or not, you're not doing any work. You're not paid for your time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Taking advantage of that leverage in the market, right?
Yeah. So he said that how he thought about that was that $5 million goal, which again is the importance of setting a goal, right? Because a lot of the times, like, I don't think we set financial goals till like recently, right? Setting that financial goal, writing it down, always thinking about it. And then, Kevin, how he thought about it is when he's thinking about buying something and he has this target of, $5 million, which is how he's going to get to that is making money and investing it to grow his money to get that $5 million that can then be reinvested into dividend stocks, ETFs, anything that pays a good yield, right? When he's about to buy something that he wants, like say it's like a car or clothing or anything, right? He thinks, do I really need this? And the answer is no. Instead, he puts the money towards his target. Once he hits his target, he can buy whatever he wants.
Stephan Graham. My boy Vint can't stand him, but he's sick.
No comment.
But Stephan Graham, I really like his model. Like obviously his model is like very extreme. Like he's like
super frugal.
He's like an extremist when it comes to frugality.
Like I would live in his car.
literally. But I don't know if he's ever lived in his car, but he's actually in the real estate industry. And he would actually invest 100% of his income. I think he just recently got into stocks, but like I think initially he was like
100% of his income, or 100% of his disposable income.
No, 100%.
So how is he
100% of
covering his expenses?
So like I think he was living with his parents for the longest time. I don't know. Don't quote me on this, but I think he was living with his parents for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then he would invest like 100% of his income because I think he's been working since he was like in high school. He used to work at some like goldfish place. He used to like take pictures and stuff of like the goldfish.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he used to invest 100% of his income into. He was big on rental properties. So he has like a shit ton of rental properties. Like I don't know how much units he has to his name right now, but I know he had a bunch. So he would invest 100% of his income into like I think he'd like save it up and like buy like real estate. Obviously, real estate in like the United States, you guys can buy like a house for like a penny and stuff, right? But yeah, like he got into the real estate game pretty early, and then after that he became a realtor. And once he became a realtor, he would invest 100% of that income. Obviously, real estate is a high income skill, so he's dumping a bunch of money into buying more and more rental properties. So he would actually live 100% off his passive income. So he would have his rental properties, he would cash flow from his rental properties, and then he would live 100% off his cash flow.
And then that's why he was able to invest 100% of what he earned from his real estate checks.
Exactly, right? So just say passive income wise, he was making $2,000 a month passive income. He would literally live off that $2,000 a month and be extremely frugal. And then whatever he made from his real estate gig, so just say he made like $100,000 of real estate for the year. He would invest 100% of the $100,000 back into the real estate market, and he would only increase his lifestyle based off his passive income. So as his passive income increased, he would increase his lifestyle based off that. I think that's pretty gangster.
I mean, it's another strategy which can definitely be, very, very lead you to be
like
very
if you're
successful.
down for that, like that's a sick way
that's
to do it. But
is,
like,
right? How far are you willing to go, right?
Exactly.
That's what you gotta ask.
I'm not down to do that. I'm not down to do that still. Like I'm down like so. For those like you guys obviously know this, but for the viewers, like I'm going into real estate myself, and like for me, real estate would be a massive income jump from how much money I'm making right now or how much money I've made in the past. So because I'm so used to living off how much I'm used to living off right now, like initially for like the first year or two, I would want to live the same way I'm living right now and invest the difference into like the markets to leverage my money.
Exactly.
Like I'm willing to do that.
Which is super smart. When,
yeah,
you know,
and then maybe like you know, like I might splurge here and there, right? Because like you know, you have to sometimes, right? But yeah, like
at the end of the day, you know what we're trying to say is that you want to stick to those basics, right? And some of the basics you're saying is like at least at 10%.
Yeah,
right.
But yeah, follow that 10% rule and it'll take you pretty far.